Hello everyone, it's another video from your crazy grass lady. Awkward, crazy grass lady. Anyway, still haven't made the time to get the app so I can do this camera turning around. So I apologise in advance for the bad camera work, but here I go. I wanted to talk just quickly about sod. Used to be we did a few sod jobs a year. Not too many because I don't, just me and maybe someone else. So we don't work fast, but we work well. So yeah, we used to do sod, and as time has gone by, I recommend it less and less, and I've reached the point now where I basically tell people, unless you're moving house in the next 6 months, don't do it. Don't do it. And this, I found myself at a yard today in which I can demonstrate pretty well why not to do it. So I'll show you something just to make this a bit more interesting than just my face. Seasick with my camera work. This is what you end up with. The reason I don't like sod is because of the soil it comes in. They have to grow it in this pretty thick, I can't even call it clay, because it's not, it's just, I don't know what it is. It's like glue and dirt. Because they have to move it around, they have to transport it without it falling apart. But the problem with that is, this is terrible soil. It's hard enough for the grass to grow through the soil it's grown in, let alone establish itself onto what you have going on underneath. So this lawn, as you can see, it's got a row of trees, it's fairly shaded, and what's happened over time is that the trees have rooted close to the surface, the soil has become compacted, it's become more shaded, the grass has struggled, died off, and the homeowner, quite reasonably, has gone, oh, I'll put some new sod down. Unfortunately, they did that a couple of times because the first round of sod didn't work, so they put another round down. And what I've literally had to come in and do is dig up the tree roots, cut as many as I can, and then break up the layers of just awfulness, and it's all getting picked up and taken to the dump because you can't grow anything in this. It's just terrible. So that's why I don't recommend sod. And what we normally suggest to people is overseed with Bermuda, which I know some people hate, but it's non-competitive. So as soon as this Augustine is ready to take back over, it will. Especially if you don't know why the grass died in the first place, that's another good reason not to put sod down. Because if you're not completely sure of the reason the grass died, then you've probably got an unresolved problem. And putting a layer of this down onto a problem that's just killed off your grass just tends to make things worse and get really expensive in the end. So that's why I said don't do sod.